Hello, welcome back to a different topic, a vertical fascia steel framing in Tekla structure. Now, if you take a look on the screen here, you can see where we started. And let me just come to navigate and pick my rotation point, and I'll be able to rotate the whole structure like that. You can see that. Now, if I take you back to the end end wall framing here or gable side here, you can see I have some points here. I have this vertical and I have this horizontal. This is just the horizontal. The horizontal one is the main frame that will be supporting the vertical frame that will be flashing, will be attached to the vertical one. So this end will create a member that when we do the sheet or do the cladding, this part also will be cladded. And the reason why we want to put a vertical fascia steel frame is that if we turn it like this, we will not be able to see this roof monitor. You'll be able just to see a flat roof, but in real sense, this fascia board just to cover the the roof profile in this particular case, just to give it a very nice finish on the looks on the side look. Now, I want just to go and get started by starting placing the frames. Now, I'll be using these points I've just created, though now you might not understand it, which one ends where and which one goes where. So until I start placing the frames, you'll be able to understand. So I'll come to applications and components and I'll type here PEB. Let's type PEB there because we are going to use PEB tool. So I'll click on empty screen. I'll click inside the application component and scroll down, and I'm going to reach out to PEB member. So I'll come to PEB member, then pick on the PEB member. Then I want to start framing from that spot, going to this spot like that. So I'll just give some time to process that information. Therefore, then the PEB frame will be created. Then from there, I'll be able to create the vertical frame also, and we get moving from that spot. So let me just give some time and for that member to be created. And there we are, we've created that member, but it seems it's way big, and this is not the actual size we preferred. So I'm going to double click on it so that we get the dialog box or the editor dialog box. Then from there we'll be able to edit or feed in our customized specifications that defines the actual size of the beam of our preference. So let me just give you some time to process our information, because a PEP tool is just three components welded together. The web and the flange plates welded together to form a PEP beam or a PEP column. So let me just look into details here. So if I come here, you'll be able to see we have a member here. We have the 200, and we have, if we come to parts tab, we'll be able to see if you put D0, D1 means put same values here on D1, D0 means that member is not tapered. It will not taper. So once I place that, I'm going to the second member that frames vertically. So that's the right member we intended to place right there. So let me just come back to PEB member once again, and I want to use these 2 points here to frame to create another vertical frame that will define a nice end view or side view of our structure. This the beauty of this is that it hides the gutter, because our gutter will be fitted right inside here, so you'll not be able to see the gutter. What you might see is maybe the downspouts, but the entire roof sheet you will not be able to see, because that will be covered by this vertical fascia. Once we're done in framing, so and we are done with cladding, you won't be able to see the sheeting roof here. You'll only be able to see the fascia uh, side, and it gives a very nice presentation when everything is finished. Now what you're going to do is to create connection between this member, between this end to this end, and Since carrying this or fixing this is somehow tricky, and we can't weld it, we can't bolt it here direct while attached to this. So we'll break this member here to make it into two, so that one part, so one side will be welded and one side will be assembled together, because one side will be welded on this and the two will be joined together with end plate connections, or flange will end plate connections have been bolted together. So as I had explained to you, PEB member, if you cut them into center and try to break it into two, if you try to create an end plate connection here, it will not be detected. It will be detected as one member, and it will be told, you will be told that a connection, there's a connection existing in between. So the best way to do this is always to create a broken, you break it into two manually by now getting the center. You get the centers of this member by coming to edit right here and coming to points and pick on online there. So I'm going to pick online here. I'm going to pick on that center and pick on that center. Just mouse over to pick that center. So once I've picked on that center, I'm going to rotate this by coming to view right there and coming to navigate, and left click by and hold my left button on the mouse, and I'll be able to rotate this. Then I want to just get rid of that because I don't want some confusion on that spot. So let me just come here and edit, and I'm going to pick on that drop down arrow and pick that the first option online, then pick on that spot, and I want to pick on this spot right there so that I get the midpoint of the 2 points. Now, once I've done so, I also want to get the midpoint of these 2 points here. So how do I do that? I'll come to edit once again and pick on this drop down arrow and pick the first option. So I'll snap on the 2 points here to get the midpoint. So I'm going to use this midpoint to define my start of one frame and the begin and the end of the other frame of another frame. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete the initial one of the first one, or this member first. I'll delete it, then come back to PEB member. Then I'm going to begin it from that spot and terminate it right there, and begin another one, but it's not accurate. It's somehow off the position. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick it from that center there. Let me just zoom closer, pick it and take it to the bottom end there so that we make it accurate. So I'll come back once again and start another member, begin placement of another member from that spot and take it all the way to that position right there. So once I've reached there, I'll right click and click interrupt, and I'll be able to select this once again, right click and come to move. Then once I made the move, I'm going to pick it from this corner and join it together with that. So once I've created that, that's okay. So if I come back and start creating a connection here, it will be connected as an actual connection. So that will be work conveniently, and it will not inconvenience us in any way. So the next thing I'm going to do next is probably to create connection, but let's do that on the next part, or part 2 of the same topic, under vertical fascia steel framing in Tekla Structures. So let's meet then, and bye bye.